Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer classroom. As we had discussed about computer virus and security risk in our previous class, we had also seen what are the topics to be covered in this chapter, like computer security risk, viruses, different type of viruses, how our computer gets infected through virus. So these all topics we had discussed, and now today we are going to deal with virus protection, email attachments which consist of viruses. When we click on that attachment or the link which has been provided to the other person by the hackers, and their computer gets affected with the virus. So let's revise the previous topics and then we will start with the next topic. So coming to the textbook, computer virus and security risk. This is the heading of the chapter. Okay. So computer risk is a term which includes what? Computer risk is a term known for any event or action that could be harmful for a computer, hardware, software, data, information and processing capability. Okay. So any action which is harmful for a computer related to hardware, software, data or information or processing is termed as computer security risk. Someone breaches to the computer security accidental while others are planned. Some people are there who plan to steal your data and information. So in this also there are two categories divided. One is a computer crime and other is a cyber crime. So any illegal act involving a computer data is referred to as computer crime. And any illegal act involving internet and online is referred to as cyber crime. Means you are working in your home and suddenly your friend came to your house and he sits with you and see all your data and he asks for a glass of water, and when you went to take a glass of water, he suddenly puts his pen drive insert in your CPU and copy all the data and information from your computer till you come back. What happens? This is computer crime. He is stealing data from the computer. But in cybercrime, the person is using internet and online facility to take your data, to access your computer. He is using the technology of online network. He is not sitting with you or in front of your computer. He is stealing your data and destroying your computer from some other source, sitting somewhere else with the help of internet and online. He is just breaches your computer and stealing your data, and even you don't know. So this is a cyber crime. The very little difference between computer and cyber crime. Computer crime involves what? Computer data, and cyber crime involves internet online. Okay. Now virus. Virus stands for vital information resources under siege. This question can be asked in your examination also. What is virus, or virus stands for? So what are virus? So virus is a program which are created deliberately to damage critical information and data. Okay, to damage critical data and information. Okay, it is a program which is created to damage the information and data inside your computer. So this virus can badly affect or infect your computer without your knowledge, and also alter the working of your computer. Alter means change. Your computer starts getting slower day by day, and even you don't know. So these means that these are affected by virus. Your computer has been affected by a virus. Next, it gets triggered and becomes active. One such notorious virus is called Friday 13 virus, which is also known as Jerusalem virus. Why? Because this is discovered in where? University of Jerusalem in 1987. Okay. Next, how does a computer get infected by virus? The increased use of internet and email has accelerated the speed of computer virus. With these technologies, computer users can easily share files and any related viruses. Now there is no restriction or foundation. They easily can share their files and related virus to your computer, because most of the activities are related to the internet and email. These have given the speed to the computer viruses. Next, virus get activated on your computer in 4 basic ways. What are the 4 basic ways? The first one is opening an infected file. If you are opening any infected file, your computer gets infected. Second, running an infected program. Third, booting the program with an infected CD or pen drive. So that's why we use what? Antivirus. First they scan the pen drive or CD which we are inserting, then it opens it. Downloading an infected file from the internet. If you are downloading any infected file which consists of viruses, then your computer gets infected. Virus in computer are not generated accidentally, but are programmed intentionally by a programmer who is known as what? Virus author. Okay, remember this word, virus author. It is a programmer who planned a program intentionally and sent to your computers. Now, types of viruses. So we had already discussed worm, harmless virus which replicates itself, means make a copy of itself. Trojan horse, friendly program, as a game and application you are downloading, so it is very dangerous, it can destroy your data on your system. File infector, it adds viruses code to the regular programming code with the program files. So when we run the infected program, our computer gets affected. Boot sector virus, this attaches itself to the boot sector of the disk, and the sector is the part of the disk where startup instruction and the file allocation tables are kept. So this sector is read and loaded into the memory every time the disk is booted. So every time what happens? Virus activated more fastly, so your computer becomes useless one day. Okay. Now next one is rootkit, spyware and adware. Okay, rootkit, what happens? Hides in a computer and allows someone for a remote location to take full control of the computer. Means you are having your computer in front of yourself but you cannot access it. Some other people are accessing it from some other place and even you don't know. So once the rootkit is installed, the rootkit author can execute programs, change settings, execute programs, change settings, monitor activities, and access files from a remote computer. Okay. Spyware, the name itself tells, a program placed on a computer or mobile device without the user's knowledge. This secretly collects the information, means stealing information about the user, and then communicate the same information to some outside source while the user is online. When you are online doing any work, even you don't know, the spyware virus start collecting the information and send to the other persons. Adware, program that displays online advertisements in a banner or pop-up window, window pages and email messages or the internet services. Clear? I hope you are all getting. As you can see, I am just going to revising the answers of the fill in the blanks. If some of the children who has not been completed till now, do it. So the first one, an illegal act involving internet and online is referred to as a. So for this question, the answer is cybercrime. The virus that gets activated every Friday, the name itself showing that it's a Friday 13th of a month, Jerusalem virus, which is discovered in the Jerusalem University. A common type of virus that adds virus code to the regular programming code in the file is file infector. Program that display online advertisement in a banner and the web page are adware. A program that detects the changes caused by a virus in the computer is again antivirus software. Now coming to the fill in the blanks, any illegal act involving computer is referred to as computer crime. Okay, here you will write computer crime. In the previous video, if you can see, there I have written the answers. Okay, computer crime. So I am just revising the answers. Okay, B part, dash is referred to someone who gains access to a computer program or system without their permission. So hacker are the person who access to computer programs or system. Virus are programmed intentionally by a programmer known as virus author. Okay, virus author is the person who intentionally programmed a virus and sent to a computer. E, dash virus comes as a friendly program. Trojan horse is the correct answer. It is a friendly program virus. And last question is, dash is known as the what? Specific pattern of virus code. Virus signature, or you can say virus definition. Both are the correct answers, which has a specific pattern of code. Okay, this one. What do you mean by computer risk? So here the first question says that what is the meaning of computer risk? Okay, so this answer you can find on the first page itself of your chapter, page number 146. Okay, page number 146. Here it is given, computer security risk is a term known for any event or action that could be harmful for a computer, hardware, software and data information processing capability. Okay, so capability, this is the answer of your first question. You can write one more line to that. Some breaches to the computer security are accidental while others are planned. So this is your answer 1, means you can say A. Okay, A answer. Now coming back to the second answer. Question is, what is a computer virus? Explain the different types of viruses. As you had read in the chapter, computer virus, the full form of virus is vital information resource under seize. You can get this on page number 46, again on the same page, page number 146. Here it is written, virus stands for vital information resource under seize. Virus are programs which are created deliberately to damage critical information and data. Okay, so virus are programs which are created deliberately to damage the critical information and data. Okay, a virus can badly affect your computer also. So this is the answer number 2, first part. Second part answer you will get on the next page 147. You can see over there. Types of viruses. There are different types of viruses given. You just have to write the names: worm, Trojan horse, file infector, boot sector, rootkit, spyware, adware. Okay, these are the names of different types of viruses. So this is answer number 2, second part. Okay, now coming back to the third question. What is the difference ways through which a computer may get infected by a virus? What are the different ways so our computer gets infected? So page number 147, you will get a simple answer of this question. Virus gets activated on a computer with 4 basic ways: opening an infected file, running an infected program, booting the computer with an infected CD or pen drive, downloading an infected file from the internet. If you download any infected file from the internet, your computer gets infected. If you will insert a pen drive or CD, then also it gets affected. Running an infected program, any softwares, or opening any file attachment or infected file. By these ways, your computer gets affected with a virus. This is answer number 3. Okay, I hope this is answer number 3. Yes, answer 3. Okay, fourth question. What is an email virus? How does it spread? What is an email virus? How does it spread? So on the same page, page number 147, email viruses. Email viruses are spread by the files attached to email messages. As email attachments have become more common, the number of email virus also has increased. This is the answer of the first part. Okay, what is an email virus and how does it spread? So here, when we open an email attachment that contains a virus, the virus spreads to our computer. If we forward the attachment to other people, their computer will also be affected when they open the attachment. Okay, many email viruses can also access your email address book automatically and sell themselves to store there. So till here, starting from here till here, second part. Question number 4, second part. Okay, now coming to our last question. What are the different methods of virus prevention? What are the different methods of virus prevention? How can you protect your system from virus? So here the heading, virus prevention. Some simple steps can protect your computer from virus. These are: first, backing up important files frequently. Day to day You can take a backup of your files, then it will not be lost because you will save them to other place while taking a backup on different device. All files that come from an unknown source should be checked with an antivirus program. Many unknown files are there which you download or get with an. So first you check it with an antivirus program, then they should be used only when they are found to be totally virus free. And third one, every computer should be equipped with some antivirus program. There should be an antivirus program in your computer. Okay, many operating systems come with such programs. If not, then they can be purchased from the market to keep the virus away, like McAfee, Norton, QuickHill. These are the anti-softwares which prevent your computer from getting infected with a virus. So students, we have completed the question answers of our chapter. So note it down, revise it and learn it.